Hello and welcome back, everybody, to twitch.tv/Bay City Chronicles. We are minus a couple. Dark is still dealing with being a master of vaccine injections. And unfortunately, our good friend OPT is getting more tickets on his punch card by spending more nights in the hospital than we really wanted him to. So hope you're doing well over there. We got the shirts for you, buddy. Well, most of us got the shirts for you, buddy.
And you missed a perfectly good chance here to say Dark was practicing to be a vampire.
But that involves, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, we are back for episode 2 here of Shadows over Legaria. I am your Dungeon Master, TGE, and with me tonight I have got the rest of the crew here. We have got the wonderful party wizard, Chameleon Ice. We have got the party fighter, Crimson Avix, who just went to logo screen for a minute here. And I'm being told to hold on in chat. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'm being told to hold on. Which is good anyway, because I didn't want to introduce our third person at any point. So, but it is Norastra.
I know you're all sad that I'm the one who's here.
Aww.
It's not that we're sad that you're here. It's that we're sad that OPT isn't here, and that you're here. I mean, if you're gonna walk into it, am I wrong?
I mean, when it's that large a target to walk into,
kind of hard to miss.
Pretty much. There we go. We've got all the shirts now.
Aww.
Shirt is no longer underneath.
All right. So we are here. We are back with episode 2. And last time we introduced everybody to Legaria. And got to introduce ourselves to everybody's characters. So we got to start off by meeting Poffins, who no one can get his name right. The sleazy potion salesman who apparently has a jug full of lemon jello shots and a bag of carrots. We are introduced to Chloe and her magical book, Llewellyn. And we were introduced to, I am horrible because I can't pronounce the name. Oh, yes, Kite, the fighter from a strange land who may have just become employed by the princess. You three all sort of had your little opening adventures. Ponzi was asked to bring in a special pollen called the Mysteria pollen into the city, which he did, then realized that some things were happening that could be traced back to him, so he went to investigate. Chloe was met by her acquaintance from school, Merwina, who basically is an elven mean girl, who told her to go become, quote, less common by trying to find the prince and talk to him.
After throwing a fireball at my head.
Firebolt, not a fireball. Fireball, you would be dead. 8d8 damage will do that.
Yes, that's true.
Or 8d6, excuse me. And then Kite, who was here to participate in the tournament, had a wonderful cinematic first-round match where afterwards he was asked to have a meeting with the princess, who asked him to withdraw from the tournament so she could basically employ him as a bodyguard / protector / whatever you want to call it. We also did meet Kiara, a roguish cat person from far away, who was here to meet a contact and get information on some of the nobles in the town. After that, you guys all met up at an inn in the merchant district called the Sleepy Cat, where you met everybody's favorite innkeeper, Lavina Weatherby, who had the carrots. Lavina being very excited for the carrots that Ponzi was able to produce, invited Ponzi and Kira and Chloe and eventually Kite into the tavern. You guys almost had some soup. You learned there that Sakata, the prince's bodyguard, was up recovering after effectively being poisoned-ish. You're not quite sure what it was. So that happened. You questioned that. Then you learned that something was being put into beverages or soups or whatever by the chef of the Sleepy Cat, Hopkins. You questioned him, who basically crumbled like a sack of potatoes and told you exactly where to go to find the people who were giving him the substances. And that is where we left you guys off. So without further ado, welcome to Shadows over Legaria Episode 2, Pick Your Poison. The poison for Nora. The poison specially chosen for Nora. Nora's poison.
What did I do?
We'll find out tonight.
You probably created the poison.
Exactly.
That's probably true
That
too.
probably did.
Yeah.
So when we last left, Kite, you and Chloe had agreed to go help Zakata, and you had promised to pay Poffin some silver to help you as well.
Well, I think it was more he was getting paid, like, because we're not paying him ourselves. I don't have that kind of money.
10 silver is literally 1 gold piece.
I don't have that kind of money. I'm not made of gold or silver.
No, but if you learn the spell, madam, you could be.
You can teach me how to make gold from magic?
No, I'm not going to say no.
But you didn't say yes.
I'm going to say that we don't know yet.
Besides, why would I want to teach you anything?
I have jello shots made out of ink.
And your point, madam, is he trying to bribe me?
Yes, Lou, that's a bribe.
Okay. Should I accept the bribe, madam?
No, you should find it very rude and be offended.
I am very offended by that. That's rude.
Would you like this potion instead?
Don't give my books any potions, please. I'm
No,
going
the
to need
liquid will make my ink run.
No, and Boffus has pulled out a red bottle. That your most certainly is fire in a bottle.
I think it's an even worse idea. Yeah, I think we'll pass on the potion tonight, Boffus.
You see Llewellyn just dive into your bag, and you see 2 little bookmark feet dangling. Going,
I'll buy the book from you.
No, I need him. He's my traveling companion.
Kite, what's your reaction to all this?
To be quite honest, out of character, I was sitting there trying to fix my cam, so I only heard half the conversation.
That's probably about accurate anyway.
That's very accurate.
Besides, you wouldn't be able to read him anyway. A wizard's spellbook can only be used by that wizard.
Madam, he can read?
He has to. He can, run a checkbook and brew things. I suspect he can follow instructions. You can't read, right, Poffus?
I wouldn't count on him functioning for much of anything.
So, regardless.
I get little woodland creatures to read for me.
You do? Which ones?
Yes.
We will need to talk later. Regardless, Kite, where were we? Where were we headed again? Where the prince was last seen, or are we going after the source of potentially what poisoned the prince and his ward?
We need to go find the prince first. So we need to go wherever this package was supposed to be dropped.
And you were given directions by Chef Hopkins.
Okay, so we can go directly there. What sort of area is this?
Wait, Tej. Are you saying it's Hopkins skip and a jump away?
Yes, I am.
That's why you guys are friends. I get it.
Yes. Basically, it's on the very outskirts of the city, on the outskirts of the Bash, which is basically the slums of the city. So,
Right.
the place where people go to the Bash because they have to. People don't go to the outside part of the Bastion, the really bad part of town.
Gotcha. I presume it's called the Bash. That's where you go to get your skull bashed in.
That would be correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going through the Bash, or at least around it if we can manage it, it would probably be somewhat dangerous. But we kind of knew that going in. If anybody would attack the prince, they would probably be kind of familiar with danger. Do we have to do any preparations before we go in? Okay. For Pavis?
I mean, I'm fine.
Okay.
No, I forgot I was on push to talk.
Like you're gesticulating fine, but no one can hear you.
So literally, Poffin pops open his trench coat jacket, and you just see basically what would be the equivalent of like ammo or guns, just all over in potions.
Very well. We're well equipped. By the way, out of game question. Nora, is Pavis wearing armor of any kind?
A trench coat.
Okay, so he's wearing clothes, not armor.
Actually, he is.
I asked because I have a spell that can give benefits to AC only if you're not wearing armor.
He is wearing armor.
Studded leather.
That's fine. Just wanted to ask, just in case I was going to try to
Studded leather in the guise of a trench coat.
That works. It's got buttons on it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. If we're all fully equipped for it, we should probably then make our way there. What do we know about this area aside from the fact that it's dangerous? Like, is that about it?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So, let's go ahead and switch scenes.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on the map from where you
Oh,
were
no.
coming in.
We exist.
You do exist.
Could be worse.
Yep. Go ahead and line you guys up accordingly, how you would be coming in.
I should really give my character a photo now.
I love how it's just work in progress.
I mean, I did start it, so it's not completely accurate, but...
I need to get some art for my character. Hey, Chammy.
So, as you make your way through, it's nothing really tries to come after you guys because the sort of like the people in the bash, they know easy marks when they see them, and you have a guy with a big freaking glaive. You're not easy marks. like Poffins and Chloe might look like it, but with Kite with you, they're like, yeah, no, we ain't bothering with that.
Exactly.
So you do make your way out here to the outskirts of town. And as you start to approach, you can definitely hear the murmurings of people in a campsite. Or you can't tell it's a campsite from where you are, but you can hear the murmurings of people. So how do you want to approach this? You have not been seen currently.
Well, we want to hear what they're talking about, I'd assume. So,
question. Well, two questions.
okay.
One, are there any creatures nearby? And two, can you explain how guidance exactly works?
Well, what does guidance say?
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check. The spell then ends.
So if I ask anyone to make a strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, and you've given them guidance, they can roll a d4 and add it to the result of their roll.
Oh. Okay. I was thinking about using that differently, but that works. So never mind.
What were you thinking about doing with it?
Using a bird to spy on them.
No, that's not what that does at all.
Huh.
Aww.
What a neat idea.
Using animals to spy, there are druid spells that do that.
And I can
Fair
also
enough.
find familiar to do that as well.
Yes.
We could potentially sneak closer to some, I'm guessing, to some bushes down here or something to see if we can listen in.
Works for me.
Okay.
Are you sure he's quiet? And he sort of just points his glaive.
Oh, Chloe closes Lou in. Lou,
Madam!
just keep it quiet for now, please.
It's just a bunch of kidnappers, madam. What danger could they possibly be?
Danger to us.
Please, this is nothing. Do you know how many dragons I've seen in my day?
Obviously, he
Outside.
cannot stay quiet.
Well, silence now. Close.
You see him look reluctantly. He snaps closed, and you know like how some books have the strap to keep them closed? That just straps and like pulls tight and just jumps in the bag, clearly upset.
I can make that permanently attach.
I'll need him open at some point. You won't say another word. You have my word.
All right, let's move closer.
All right, go ahead and roll me some stealth checks.
Dear. Well,
I'm not very stealthy.
no, neither am I. Time for Lou to start talking.
Oh, hold on. Let me
What?
get off of GM rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 7, by the way. It shows on stream.
Nice.
I rolled a 15, and I have a stealth of 4.
I got a 12.
You do get a 12. Well, lucky for you, these guys are talking around this, campfire that they're on. So they're not actively paying attention. So even with the 7, you guys can pretty much get up closer there because they're just talking, not paying much. They don't expect anyone to come out here, so none of them are actively looking. And, their passive perception is not focused on anything outside their little encampment. So go ahead and set yourself up to where you want to be.
How close can we get?
How close do you want to get? Are you willing?
Yeah. You're going that way. Okay.
I'm on top of the rocks there, sort of like trying to peek over the wall.
Oh, whatever. Scooby doing it again.
Right. So you see four people. You can see 2 who look like they're kind of like sort of like brutish, thuggish types. For the record, that'd be these 2.
Figured it's the mask guys, yeah.
Yep. You see one who looks a little younger. Who looks Chloe? You can clock this instantly.
Is that the prince?
No, that's a spellcaster.
Oh.
Like, you can clock a baby wizard from a mile away.
Yeah. Which one is that?
Nope.
Oh, this guy over here. The charming fellow. Of course he's a wizard.
And this one here is clearly the guy in charge because he is sitting there like, and you can just hear, well, we got ourselves a big one tonight, lads. As soon as we drop this off, we'll be showered in gold. And he just goes ahead and pours some ale. And the young wizard, is this really okay? Shut up and drink, boy! Okay. And they just all start like downing ales.
So these clearly aren't good people.
Right, but any sign of the prince?
I have a stupid idea.
And give me a perception check.
I actually have an excellent idea, so we'll save it.
And I like ideas.
Holy crap! What is
Kite,
going
you
on
have
with my rolls?
You barely know that they poured ale into the cups.
My perception's gonna be terrible.
You also barely know that they poured ale into the cups.
What's my perception? 4. 16 plus 4.
Wow.
You're 20. You look around, and you don't see any sign of the prince at all, but you do clock a little tent over here in the corner that if they have someone they're trying to keep hidden, it's the only place around where they would probably be.
Also, by the way, since we're Scooby doing this, all I can see, for the reasons that we have bad perception checks, is I'm on the bottom. Then,
Why is the smallest guy on top? No, this doesn't make sense. So,
100% this.
yes.
Oh boy.
So,
God.
Hey,
What?
I have a stupid idea.
I have a smart idea. What's your stupid idea?
I have 5 Jello shots left.
I have a smarter idea. I have a spell that might be able to knock all 4 of them out, allowing us to subdue them, incapacitate them, and potentially question them.
I was just gonna get him drunk.
Mine is faster.
They're drinking willingly. I doubt a Jello shot is going to get them drunk.
Oh, you haven't seen
As
these
you
Jello
look,
shots.
the 2 big guys fine. You can see that the baby wizard is feeling the ale a little bit.
These are special, like 98% Jello shots. These are good ones. I've been saving them.
The problem with that is that it involves you approaching them potentially, getting them to buy into your alcohol, and not try to beat you over the head to make a profit and steal your wares.
I'm a traveling salesman.
If you go through with that plan, I'm not going to protect you, because I agree with him. These are criminals. They will sit there, beat you over the head, then drink your Jello shots, and then take everything else.
You see a bookmark comes up from the bag that says he's right.
Profits. Your idea has creativity to it, but if we do it my way, I believe that we can make some proper progress.
Fine.
Okay, we'll put it this way.
Okay.
If his spell doesn't work, I will personally lift you by the belt and the scruff and throw you in there so you can sell your Jello shots.
As a heads up, there is a wizard among the group, so if my spell does fail, they'll know what I've tried to do.
Well, then don't fail.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Drink this.
What is that, a Jello shot?
No. Sort of.
I'll tell you right now. I know what spell is being cast. Guidance won't help with it.
I was just gonna give some guidance anyway.
I mean, you can take guidance, so for a minute you have that on a skill check. That's fine.
Whee.
Here, have a shot of
Pretty sure I know what
guidance.
spell you're casting.
Wait a second. So does that change my stats, or does that change my...
No. You just get to, if I ask for a skill check in the next minute for something you do, you just get to add a D4 to it.
No, it's okay. Because my spell save is based on my int, but...
It's liquid courage. Have a shot.
Also, important question for what may be coming up, less so than Jello shots. How badly are those trees in front of us obstructing the view?
That's a good question.
If you were, because I know you, I'll speak in terms of a ranger. You'd be shooting through partial cover.
Okay.
Are we able to travel
So,
through
because
there if
I'm
we
not a
have to?
ranger, I am throwing at disadvantage. Okay.
Correct. Yes, if you are throwing things.
So, all right then. Plan of attack. I'll throw in and attempt to incapacitate as many as I can. And, Kite, I'll assume you'll follow up for anybody who stays standing.
That's the hope.
And, Pathos, what will you do?
I'm taking their money.
So we all have a plan. Good. All right.
2 of those plans are supported.
Well,
They were thieves. I'm just reacquiring the stuff that they stole.
Did they steal from you?
Possibly.
I doubt that. You don't seem the type
Make a
that
deception.
you don't seem the type that would have anything for people to steal without it being absolutely obvious.
it does seem that way. All right. Are we ready?
Cast a spell and read what it does for me.
So, on the count of 3, Claire counts down and cast sleep. Holy Hannah, the entire thing. Within 90 feet, goes in the middle of these charming chaps.
Mm-hmm.
The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Okay.
So,
I've got
Roll
hit
that.
points up.
So 5d8 it was, right?
Yes, it was.
Sweet. What are these numbers for? Is that like this? Oh, there we are. Okay, so that's 20 is my total.
Okay, well, I will tell you right now, you will get 2 of them.
Ooh. It starts with the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Yep.
So,
Probably Mr. Wizard, I assume.
nope.
Oh,
These 2, actually.
that's good. They were the scary ones.
But you are correct. The others do know what's going on, so I will let you all finish your surprise round, and then we will go into initiative.
All right.
So, Kite.
And that's one more spell. Oh, if you're talking Kite, we can't hear you.
Or Krim, but bye-bye for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, Poffins.
Well, that went so well. For that red potion that he had earlier, he's going to throw it at the wizard.
Was it a firebolt potion?
It is.
Right.
You hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, takes 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it's not being worn or carried.
Okay, so because it's a surprise round, you would be attacking at advantage. But because you're doing a ranged attack through the trees, you would be attacking at disadvantage. Ergo, roll a normal attack.
So what's normal attack? Just a d20?
D20 plus your attack spell
Before
attack
we
modifier.
do that, I need to know what's going on since I had to step away.
No,
Sorry,
okay. So the 2 people with green marks were affected by the sleep spell. And we're finishing up the surprise round that you guys are launching before we go into initiative.
So I rolled a
Surprise
4.
round, and the alchemist is running in before me. Okay, that totally.
No. He's staying there and launching a firebolt spell.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm throwing a fire potion, but yes. I rolled a 4. Where's my... what's that I'm looking for?
Plus your intelligence modifier, plus your proficiency.
So what? 4 plus 5 plus my proficiency? Where's that?
It should be 2 as a base, right?
Oh, the proficiency bonuses. So what? 7.
Mm-hmm.
So 11.
11 will hit.
Okay.
You said you're going after the baby wizard, right?
The baby wizard. So that's what, 1d10 worth of damage.
I believe that's what firebolt does.
Two.
2 damage. Okay.
Where the heck are the rulers on Roll20?
If you use the circle...
Yeah, the circle with a thing. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5 down. Snap to center.
Okay.
And are we doing diagonals count as full 5s?
I'm doing the as long as it fits the leniency policy. I'm pretty good with it.
Sweet, I love that rule.
I like not having rules.
Question: can you guys see the HP bars?
No?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I had said it so you guys could or you couldn't. I have them for me.
Hey, what was that? Were you requesting for you? Never mind. We lost our chance. Yeah, well, we're well within like 30 to 60 range for most things.
Yeah, well, my face speed's only 30.
Mm-hmm.
So that matters.
So mage is on fire. What are you doing, Grim?
I'm going to jump into the tree and sort of swing out to come down here. Hold on, I actually got to move myself.
Oh, I hope this works.
I just have to see my range. Hold on. Okay. So I'm still attacking with the advantage?
Yep, still surprise round, so you're still attacking with advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm attacking with advantage, but disadvantage because I'm throwing at a longer range.
So regular attack.
Yeah. I dig one of my kunai out and throw it at.
Who? That guy.
Who is that at?
That's our boy mage.
Baby Wizard?
Yep.
That hits Baby Wizard. Roll your damage.
I was actually hoping to knock him out because I don't know how much on board he is, but.
Oh, that's okay. Krim killed him.
Hold on. That's not damage.
Oh, that's not damage. Never mind.
How do you roll damage on that?
Click the word kunai.
I did. And it gives me my attack throw.
No, on the chat. In the chat window, click the word kunai.
That is so, like...
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just hear as you get him in the shoulder with a kunai. Baby Wizard is looking very hurt, but the surprise round is now over, so it is time for initiative.
Yeah, hooey. My initiative button. Yeah. I'll find it. I know it's here somewhere. No, that's the options.
You saw my roll, right, Deej?
There it is.
Looks like you got a 19.
Oh,
Okay.
I rolled a 10. It didn't go anywhere though.
So far, a 7 on a d20 has been my best roll tonight.
This is why I have spell saves, so I don't need to roll.
Oh, you get that. You get that.
Thank you.
And
Jeez,
alrighty.
these guys are alert.
No, I rolled. The Baby Wizard has no bonus to initiative. I rolled an 18 on the dice.
That's what I mean. Like, goodness.
Mhm. Okay, so Puffin Stuff, you're up.
Huh.
So, I mean, we're just gonna throw the next potion, which
If you
is
throw from where you are, you will be throwing at disadvantage.
excuse me.
Mm-hmm. You have to make yourself in front of the trees to not. All right.
Yeah. So
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Roll me an acrobatics check to not stumble through the trees because you're short.
I knew I was getting hosed. So just a D20 plus my acrobatics.
Yep.
That's not a D20.
That's a D12, Nora.
So 7, 11.
You beat the 10. You're good. You make it over just fine.
Goodness.
All right. So again, throwing the same red liquid goo at the guy. Same, lighting the mage on fire
Baby
again.
Wizard.
Yep.
All right.
We got 11 plus the intelligence proficiency, which is 7.
Yeah,
so
18.
yeah.
You'll hit. You hit. Yeah, you hit.
All right.
You and your real
And 4.
4 damage. That's pretty good.
Yep.
That is exactly enough to kill him. You light him on fire, and you hear funk.
I feel kind of bad about that.
It helps.
He was going to cast Burning Hands on you.
Oh no, good. I'm glad you killed him. Make sure his corpse stays dead too. He is a wizard. Just in case.
He's on fire.
You're up.
Okay. Chloe's gonna stumble in through the bushes too, so I don't get disadvantage. Can I walk through, or do I need to do anything kind of special for it?
you're not like 3.5 feet tall, are you?
No.
Then you're fine.
Cool. Uncommon for me in these games, but yeah.
I know, right?
Anywho, going on Boss Man here. I don't want to be uber cheap, do I? Does that make how it makes sense? Okay, let's be smart about this. He's probably going to wake one of his fellows. So I'm going to attack him straight out with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So going for Boss Dude, Ray of Frost. It's a standard range attack. Actually, just one guy. More. Yeah, let's do Ray of Frost for now on him. I don't want to blow this.
Okay.
So here we go. Boom. Ray of Frost. It's a 19. Okay.
19 is going to hit.
Yay. And it does 6 cold damage, and he is slowed. Speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of it.
Wow. You hit him in the shoulder with this Ray of Frost, and he looks angry. Then he looks back at you and smiles.
I hide behind the gnome.
No, he looks directly at you.
Darn it.
He goes, it's not polite to do that. Maybe if you're telling me to chill, I should tell you to freeze. And as he says this, your body starts to feel rigid. I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Why wisdom? Oh, wait. I still have the thingy. Right, Nora? The guidance?
Should.
Sweet. So I get what to that? Is that like plus 4?
No.
It's plus
No.
2?
Bless, the first level spell, Bless, adds to attack rolls and saving throws. Guidance does not.
Okay.
Guidance is skill checks, basically.
Well, I knew I wasn't making that.
And you are paralyzed as he has cast Hold Person on you.
Ah.
At the end of each of your turns, you can make another saving throw.
Well, drat.
Let's go ahead and put that little symbol on you for paralyzed.
Is that...
That's his turn because, he's gonna, he can move, so he's basically gonna move back a little bit to try and get out of range of the kunai.
Well, I'm glad that he didn't try to wake his fellows. That's at least a positive.
It was either try and wake them up or try and stop the spellcasters. So
it's a smart move.
You're up.
This could be a problem.
I have no problem rushing him. So I come here and just pull my other kunai out of my belt.
$17 will hit.
Ooh.
And you hit him in the shoulder. Ah! And because of that, he needs to make a concentration check, which is a constitution saving throw at half the damage dealt to keep the whole person spell up.
There's no way he's not going to make this.
He failed.
Woo!
Half the damage dealt would be 2.5, which is 3. He has a +1 to Constitution. I rolled a 1.
That's real back at the work.
Yep. You feel his hold on you release, and you just hear him, damn it! But, Ponzi, you're up.
It informs your decision. Oh, these two guys won't wake up until the encounter's over, or we kill them, or something hits them. So
pretty much.
So I'm actually going to pull a different potion out. This one's pink.
Ooh.
And I'm going to drink a potion of fairy fire.
You don't drink it. It
well,
other people.
Oh, it does.
It outlines it outlines enemies and stuff.
Okay, well, I'll just smash it on the ground then. That works.
All right, so you'll throw it near them and have it smash. All right.
Yeah.
Fairy Fire, please read the spell for me.
Any creature in an area when the spell is cast is also outlined in the light. Each object is in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice. Violet.
Oh.
Any creature in that area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration of objects that affect the creature shed a dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object cannot benefit from being invisible.
Nice.
What is this sorcery?
Wizardry, actually.
Why do I look like a disco ball?
You're turning violet, Violet.
You witch! This is all your fault, witch!
She points over at Pontus.
You don't even respect a common, like a legendary potion salesman. You don't recognize a potion.
If you don't want to deal with a witch, there's always me.
At least I know what to expect from you.
Death? Yes.
Are you done, Poppins?
I mean, that's my action, so yeah.
Right, you still have a movement and a bonus action if you'd like.
Oh yes.
So what can my bonus action? My bonus action can be anything.
There's spells that cost bonus actions, for example, things like that. You don't have any, I don't believe.
Oh, so I can just move.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I will tell you, I know, knowing what Crim's pointing was his fighter, next level, he'll get some fun stuff to do with his bonus action.
Ooh.
I'll just move over here on, kind of over here.
Okay.
By the tent.
Chloe, you're up.
All right.
After having just been called a witch. Rather insultingly called a witch.
Right, that's not my profession. Not that I'm not going to take a witch beam when I get the chance, but still. So yeah, Chloe's got to walk up. Yep. You do have the option to surrender, by the way. Your fellows are felled, and we do have you surrounded.
And you look like a Christmas tree.
Nobody asked you, swindler. And like I would surrender to a witch.
So I take that as a no.
Besides, it's either you kill me, or I surrender and get killed anyway.
By whom?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, we would.
My guess would be whoever he's selling this stuff for.
Someone's a smart one, isn't he?
Yeah, I am.
I wasn't talking about you, swindler.
You do know that if you tell us, and we do find this person and take care of them, that means nobody will be back to kill you.
How naive are you, girl?
At this point, Kite mutters under his breath, "Man, she really doesn't get out much, does she?"
He mutters back, "No, she doesn't."
It just makes logical sense.
All right, what are you doing?
All right. Well, if you're only going down by force.
I also like how Chloe was actually volunteering us to go take out a person that the person we're fighting is afraid of.
If you have A and B minus A, you win. It's fine. Anyway,
Welcome to Gray City Chronicles, everybody.
Twitch.
Oops. Oh yeah, Ray Frost again.
All right.
That's the wrong one. It's supposed to be the attack roll, which is this one.
Well, you have advantage, so.
I do, so I'm going to choose the advantage roll. So, wahooey, that's a 23. Well, what's
23 absolutely hits.
I crit it. Oh. That's
No,
a
you
crit.
didn't. No, it's not.
Why? It says 20 plus 3 because 18 plus whatever.
Yeah.
Fine, I didn't crit.
18 plus 3 for your intelligence, plus 2 for your perception.
Yeah, I got excited.
If it'll tell you if you crit, it'll be green.
Yeah. So speed decreased by 10 again, and 5 cold damage to him.
Right.
Don't worry, he can't backtrack anymore anyway.
No, but I can.
You had your chance.
That's fine. He looks at Kite. He goes, you. He goes, I have a good respect for you, but I do need you to do me a favor. And he looks at you and starts to. That's not the button I want.
Oh no, I know what he's going to do. This is a problem.
Yep. And he looks at you and goes, run. And you need to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. That, unfortunately, is not going to do it. He has cast Command. So target spends their turn moving away from you at the fastest available means. And then he looks over at Chloe and goes, what will you do now when your knight decides to run away? And Kite, you're up.
So, question.
Yes.
Even though I'm running away, that does not prevent me from taking an action against him, does it?
All it says is the target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means, which would mean the dash action, which would be, yes, you do not get to attack.
So it is spending your entire turn.
Basically, yes.
But I have action surge.
What's action surge?
Action surge gives me 1 additional attack per action.
Huh. How's that work in this instance?
I'll allow it because it's funny. Basically, you have to run away and then you have action surge.
I am throwing at disadvantage.
No, because he's outlined, so it's a regular attack.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's
Fairy
right.
Fire. And Noah, you were questioning why I said Fairy Fire was a good spell.
Oh, it's a fantastic spell.
And he
18 is
totally
going
wasn't
to
expecting it.
No, absolutely not. 18 hits, and you just hear shit.
Oh, jeez.
My poor shoulders.
Max damage.
Damn it! Ow! Ow, my shoulders!
So the fact that I was dashing, I actually see Kite like running right at the tree, planting his foot in the tree and just turning around and chucking the dagger back at him.
Yes, I totally see that. You just went full Naruto on him.
You've been fighting with Kuna. He's been full Naruto.
Yup. Ponzi, you just saw that. What do you do?
What condition is he in? Like how he's pretty messed up.
He's got a kunai in each shoulder. The tips of his hair are frosted, and he just swore.
I like how that's the last one. He just swore.
So he's swearing damage. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Ponzi's gonna run up to him, grab one of the fire potions, and try to force it down his throat.
It's still just a firebolt spell.
Okay, I'm gonna basically shoot it into his face then.
Are you sure you want to do that right next time? I'm not going to stop you.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll to hit. You have advantage.
That's a 19. I'll just not re-roll that.
I just see him running up, and instead of throwing the potion at him, he just goes like that right to his head.
Yeah. Boink! Yeah, he bonks him with the potion and breaks over his head.
8.
All right, roll damage. 8 damage.
Your dinner.
Okay. You didn't kill him. He is, you have defrosted his hair. And you've defrosted hair, and it's kind of like, you two have seen Game of Thrones. I've seen like 3 episodes, but one of them was the crown, the golden crown.
Oh, jeez.
That's kind of what's starting to happen here. Chloe.
So he's in a bad state, huh?
He's in a very bad state.
So I have a choice to make here.
He looks like Ghost Rider on a bad day.
Pretty much.
We can still question
Bad
these
hair
two
day.
guys here when we knock them out. So, I was considering throwing a sleep spell at him again, and getting him knocked out, which would allow us to question him properly.
Make me an insight check.
Oh, okay. Got him to 16.
As you're thinking about this, you hear this guy's voice echo in your head. I ain't telling you shit, girly.
Oh, you're rude. All right, then. So you have chosen death. Fine. So I'll do it again, Ray of Frost, because I can do it for 60 feet.
Yep,
So-
roll with advantage.
Not today. 22.
All right, roll damage.
3. Ooh, that's low.
Yeah, but that's just enough to kill him. So please describe how you kill this guy.
So I guess as he kind of opening his mouth to swear again, she just kind of pings a Ray of Frost and freezes him tongue first. It just
You just sub-zeroed him.
yes.
Ponzi reaches up and grabs his tongue and kind of pulls on it, like
As you pull the tongue, as you pull the tongue, you hit something and the entire body just and shatters.
Oh, that was a bit more potent than I expected.
I'm going to assume you can take care of these two here with rope or whatever. So yeah, you're out of combat. I'd like to point out that the encounter builder on D&D Beyond said that was going to be a deadly encounter.
It would have been if they had been awake. Yes.
So Kite walks up and picks the two kunai up off the ground from the shattered body, and then goes and rips the other one out from the guy's shoulder.
Oh, he's still alive.
No, that was just the sign of the kunai coming out of the baby wizard.
Oh, okay. It's one of those releasing of air. Gotcha.
Yep.
yeah, because the baby wizard not having a good day.
Yep.
And
So what do you do?
Nora, what's your
Well-
character's name again?
Poffins.
Okay. Poffis is unaware to this, but as Kite walks back by him, he's sort of walking back over towards the sleeping guys. He takes the kunai that was in the baby wizard and sort of wipes the blood on the back of Poffis before putting it back in his belt.
I love this.
What's that awful smell?
It's
So-
clearly a spell agent. Don't freak out.
He goes up to the first sleeping guy, takes his glaive, blunt end, not the sharp end, and sort of just taps the guy on the shoulder.
What the hell did I do? Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't try to run anywhere.
I don't know nothing. And before you say I'm lying, no, seriously. I don't know nothing. I was hired for this shit. Pay was good. All we had to do was kidnap some people, bring them here, and then I don't friggin' know.
Did you actually kidnap someone?
Kidnap lots of people.
Did you kidnap someone and bring them here?
Several people. Lots of times. You'll have to be more specific.
A
Did you
kid.
kidnap the prince?
I'm sorry, what did you say, girlie? A prince? First of all, if we were able to kidnap a prince, how stupid would that kid have to be?
The odds aren't low.
And technically, we didn't kidnap anybody. If they come to us, then that's on them.
There's a kid here, though.
He was stupid enough to show up, but we didn't kidnap him. He showed up. He's probably sleeping off.
Mid-sentence, Kite says, okay, go night-night again, and just takes a wind-up with his glaive and just smacks the guy right upside the head.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage?
He is prone. Whatever.
Yep.
What do you want me to roll? Just a strength hit? Because that's not really
No,
attacking.
you said the blood 10, so you're doing non-lethal damage. Just roll the hit normally. With advantage. The kunai or the glaive?
The glaive.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
I
kunai.
clicked the wrong one. And it wasn't with advantage anyway, so.
Yep. That was the 7 to wipe the blood on Ponzi. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll your non-lethal damage.
I will say while all this is going on,
Yeah,
Ponzi is.
slashing.
you cold cock him.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Ponzi is rummaging through all of their supplies.
Yeah, I will say you cold cock him. Had you done lethal damage, you would have one-shot him. Just donk, he's out. And all you hear is, yeah, he's probably asleep, but off his donk. Oh.
So Chloe's taking a quick look in the tent here, see if she can see anything from where we are.
Well, it's funny you bring up the tent because that's probably a good place to look. Considering there's a now no longer asleep, but you can see like fully tied up, struggling, and I will go ahead and pop a big picture up for everybody. Of Prince Alwyn Lagaris II.
Prince Alwyn! And she runs in and she quickly tries to, and she waves over like kite. The prince is in here.
Kite pulls out his hempen rope from his backpack and throws it over at the alchemist. Do you know how to tie knots to where you can at least tie these two up?
I'm searching their stuff, but yeah, I'll tie them up.
All right. As you're having this conversation, you two go ahead and make me perception checks. Chloe, you're in the tent, so you don't have to.
That's okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me take advantage off.
Wowzers.
Yep.
Yeah, except it was a 6. The 23 was with advantage.
Yep. Ponzi?
13.
All right. Kite, you don't see this. Ponzi, you do. Off, as you're tying them up, off in the bushes over here, really quickly you think you catch a glimpse of like some sort of feline shadow.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Do you go over to investigate?
Oh, yes.
By the time you do, there is no more kitty shadow.
Oh, where'd the kitty go?
But you were tying them up, and you did say you were doing some investigating. So I do need someone to do me a favor. Someone needs to roll me a D100.
I will do that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow!
I just crit a D100.
You did. That's fantastic for you. Okay, first things first. Someone roll me 2d6.
Okay. I got this one.
Mhm.
Whee! I got a
All right,
6.
you find in their hoard 8 sapphires, each worth 50 GP apiece. And I have to scroll down for other tables here.
You are keeping track of this forest, right, Teach?
I can give you a notepad to do it.
I'm writing it down in my notes just in case, but
So that was 8 sapphire?
Yep, let's see. In all players, loot notes. There you go. There's your loot notes. And I literally have to go to a different table here because Krim rolled like an absolute champion. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
I'll take this one.
This is
Yeah, we know I'm not rolling well again on that.
ridiculous.
you spent your luck.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
Are you guys kidding me? Okay. And as you rummage around, you pull out a small stick. It is a small. Well, it's I'll just take the picture and show you guys.
Just pictures.
Yes. Because I had the table up for like everything else. I didn't have the 100 table up. Dear God.
Teach, outside of combat, have I rolled bad since we started this?
This one wasn't even you. The 100 was Krim.
Yeah.
Crim and I are over here just rolling like champs.
Problem is, we're gonna like roll for a 9 that we are too low level to use.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so this is what you find also in there. They clearly took this off of somebody.
That looks like either a torch or a wizard tool.
Well, it's probably a wizard tool.
Yes.
Why don't someone go ahead and give me an Arcana check?
I can.
I was
I'm not
gonna
there.
say-
Can I still do that?
I've got an Arcana.
Well, I can I actually get a bonus for rolling Arcana.
Yep.
So
I mean, you also could ritual cast Identify.
that's true. But let's try this, just because. Proficiency is double. Proficiency is doubled for this, so add an additional 2, I think.
+2, yep.
So that's a 26.
You 100% know what this is. You've seen and you've studied this. Like, you have seen this before. You have studied this before. This is a wand of paralysis.
We essentially just rolled a 197.95.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I will write what it does in the description.
Nice.
But for those at home, this wand has 7 charges. I'm going to make you roll for the charges in a minute. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to cause a thin blue ray to streak from the tip towards a creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The target must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution save or be paralyzed for 1 minute. At the end of each of the target's turn, basically it's a wand of hold person, but Constitution. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed. Now, one other thing. D&D 5e has another little different mechanic called attuned weapon or attuned item slots. Every person can have 3 items attuned to them at one point. This is an item that requires attunement. Basically, you spend an hour or so or a long rest or so getting to know your item, getting to become one with the item.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on with this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually very thankful you didn't roll on like the 1 to 13 because on that specific chart, like 1 to 13 is a +2 weapon, which is ridiculous. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It could be anybody's. It just requires attunement by a spellcaster. It doesn't require you to be a spellcaster to attune to it.
Exactly. Anybody can use that. That's what it's there for.
Exactly. So, enjoy that lovely piece of loot, you jerks.
Thank you. Oh. Where'd he
You
go?
lost Nora?
We got him. Okay.
Except now we're in the wrong spots.
Oh God, am I under Nora's name? Oh no, gosh, no, help me!
What happened there?
Discord decided it was done with me for a moment.
Oh dear.
Oh, I thought you opened up a game. Anyway.
Like it auto-open or updated or something.
You guys got a crazy magic item there.
Yay us.
Nice. So yeah, that's pretty profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make use of that. So
You absolutely can make use of that.
and we found a prince, which is even better.
You did find the prince. Let me find my notes here. You also find one more thing.
Oh dear.
You find, literally, like, what's funny is when you make a handout in Roll20, it literally, for instance, says Mysterious Note.
Yeah.
This is the one time I don't have to actually rename Mysterious Note. You find this.
It's a mysterious note.
It is a mysterious note.
Clint, I find it hard to believe that you would have found something so valuable as to directly contact me as the games were starting. Even so, you have proven to be most loyal servant to our master and their cause. As such, I shall set up a special drop-off for you during the official opening ceremony of the games when most of the city will be distracted. Bring it to me. Bring it to the lower alley gate as the flame gets ignited, and someone shall be waiting for you. Z.
Huh.
One other, you see that, and as you look around, you also see some empty vials that look like they have some different residues in them. One appears to be green, one appears to be red, one appears to be blue.
Can you make anything of this, Athos? Oh. You said red, blue, and what?
Red, blue, and green.
Oh. Can we make any sort of check on those to see what they are?
You certainly can. You can make an Arcana check.
All right. I'll do it again. Roll. And that's a 25.
Okay. You don't know for sure what these do, but based on the residual magic that you're seeing in these vials, you can deduce, and the reason you're able to deduce this is because you've seen your new friend, Paphos, do something similar where he's had magic in a bottle. Whatever these are, there's some sort of liquid magic drug.
So I'll definitely make sure Pathos sees those.
Yeah, definitely something he could identify potentially.
This is much more your department, I think, than mine.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically, you know they're drugs. You don't know what they do, but they're drugs.
You're still in push to talk, Nora.
I am? Cool.
Yeah. So you've rescued the prince. He sort of brushes himself off, reaches down next to him, and picks up a 3-part staff that was at his feet. He just goes, they feel so stupid. They caught me by surprise. I could have taken them.
There were 4 of them.
Yeah, and?
You probably shouldn't restrain yourself, Prince. What are you doing out here anyway?
Coming to stop these idiots who are drugging people?
Oh, that's how they were doing the kidnapping. Right. But fortunately, they've been stopped. But they said something about being hired. Did you learn anything about them while you were out here, or?
I didn't hear much, but you read the note, so basically that's what I heard. They were planning on dropping me off at the lower alley gate. I don't think any of them were smart enough to realize who I even was.
No, they didn't seem to realize.
Are you smart enough to realize who you really are?
What is that supposed to mean?
Your royalty. You realize the ransom that could be held over you if someone like that would realize who you are.
Yeah, I do, but I also realize that this damn country, continent, whatever you want to call it, is an absolute pile of political bullshit, and most people aren't going to raise a finger to help anybody, so I have to.
Who have you asked?
For help?
Correct.
See, that's the problem with half the things in this is, especially not here, not in this city, like, I'm not asking anyone for help in this city because Greyfort's just an absolute scoundrel.
Okay. Do you know why I'm here?
Based on that question, I'm going to assume, how did you meet my sister?
That's not important. But she asked for help, and look, she got help. Last thing you need to do as the prince of this queendom is to get yourself killed. And this is coming from someone who isn't even part of the queendom and could care less if you get yourself killed.
I'm gonna have him make an insight check real quick. Actually have a sheet for him.
Ooh.
Did you hand over the potions or the little medicine to me?
Yes, I did.
All right. Yeah. Y'all see Poffin's very nervously stashing those in his pocket.
Yep, I'll get to that in a second. So the prince looks at you, doesn't say anything, just has this look for a second at you. I get what you're saying. I do. But the politics in this place are just crazy. And Arbel's always been a better judge of character than I have.
Trust me, from the brief conversation I've been able to have with her and Beatrix, I'm quite aware of how horrid the politics are in this place. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't mind seeing them sort of go by the wayside, but that's not for you to decide.
No, but it's for me to help.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware there were... Has there been a problem in the city?
Let me ask you a question. In what world is it a good idea to have nobility hire people to compete in a barbaric tournament to determine which one of their snotty sons gets to marry my sister?
Oh, I always thought it was rather monstrous.
You do realize I was fighting in that tournament, right?
You were fighting for yourself. You weren't paid by a noble to fight for them, were you?
No.
Okay, then. You're different.
So things weren't always like this. That's
Things have been
true.
like this forever.
Well, not forever, literally. Like there was a time before the kingdom, and we don't know really what came before that. But no, I understand what you're.
He leans into you, Kite. Does she always do this?
I don't really think she understands the exact science to the politicking that does happen.
I thought so.
At the very least, I understand that this is clearly a larger issue than you running in here with your stick to beat up 4 kidnappers can solve.
It's a 3-part staff. Thank you very much.
The rest still stands.
Here's the thing, Prince.
Please, no need for formalities. You can call me Alwyn. It's fine.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. I get you trying to help. But do you think right now, with the tournament going on, and I'm sure you by no means are unaware of the manipulation that's going on behind it. Do you really think it's the best idea for you to go off alone and not be there for your sister?
I couldn't just let people be slipping drugs into people's drinks or food without doing something. I get what you're saying, believe me, I do, but I just couldn't let this slide. Like, how can you?
He could have gone in more prepared.
While all this is going on, you all just hear Ponzi nervously whistling in the background.
Kite just looks up, looks over at him. You can wait. We're here for more than just loot. And by the way, if you thief all that, you will have this thing stuck in the back of your head. And he sort of turns his attention back to Alwyn.
Was something bothering you, by the way, Ponzi, or?
No, nothing's bothering me at all. No.
Do me a favor, Pompkins. Make me an insight check.
Uh, 17.
All right, I'll get back to that in a second when we're done this conversation.
Well, luckily, we have dispatch of 2 of the 4. The other 2 are enfeebled right now, and if you would like, you can return them to the castle in triumphant glory. But I don't think that's something that you want to be parading around.
Well, besides that, we couldn't do any of that until we find this Z person, right? Because this is clearly bigger than just these 4.
We have to report back to town.
Yes.
There are
and
currently,
as Chloe says, go ahead.
There are currently 3 people who are very interested into the prince's whereabouts.
Yeah, Staccado's probably very mad at me right now. And as Chloe says, this Z person, Paffiz, between the vials that Chloe showed you and the letter, it triggers in your head. You're pretty sure you know who this Z is.
Mm-hmm.
In your guild, which you have not given me a name for, if you did, I forgot it.
Yeah.
You are on the outskirts of it because you're sleazy, but slimy, but not like downright evil. Like you're the used car salesman. Z.
Oh, 100%.
Or as you know him, Xanfiz Alabars, is basically the necromancer version of an alchemist.
Holy Hannah.
He was unceremoniously removed from all the guilds and all of their acquaintances when it was found out that he was not only making illicit drugs and potions, but also testing them on people and trying to use his potions to basically be a mad scientist necromancer. Xanfiz claimed it was for the betterment of the guild in Legaria, when in reality, everybody knows he wants to make money more than you do.
No one makes more money than I do.
I said he wants to make more money than you do.
So I see he's back at it. Interesting. This is all kind of whispering under his belt.
Right.
I wonder.
Did we hear any of that, or go on?
Roll of perception.
Fair.
No.
Look at the trees.
No, you're just more enthralled in the very certain talking that Kite is giving Alwyn.
That's actually very true.
Yes.
So
Alwyn's getting yelled at. What's funny is there's literally like a 2-year age gap between Alwyn and the prince.
I will say this: you may hear bits and pieces of it, but this is more for y'all as the players than as the characters.
Yeah.
But you, at the end, you know, Poffins is very much like, oh, I really hope they don't figure out I was bringing this stuff in here to make these.
I can't put that in my notes.
Nope.
Nope. The prince is also very enthralled with the talking to he's getting. I just rolled a 1 on his perception check.
Oh dear.
How do I get rid of the evidence? What can I do with this?
So after he's done talking to the prince, he stands up, looks over his shoulder at Poffins. Ow! Which is what he is going to call Poffins from now on because it's easier than trying to remember his name. So you're just going to call him Al for alchemist?
The prince is like, what? Or
Nothing.
Alwyn.
No,
Yeah.
I'll call you Prince. Come over here.
Yeah. What's up?
What all did you find?
Just some. Looks like some goo in a bottle.
Were you able to identify it? Goo in a bottle is kind of your specialty.
I mean, I have to do some more testing. I got to get my kit out. I didn't bring it with me. I left it. Oh, go ahead.
Give me a medicine check with advantage.
Where is that even on the sheet?
The advantage?
Oh, it's
Medicine
4.
between
It's 4. I see it.
investigation and nature. It's 4.
Okay, well, I hit an 18, so forget the advantage.
Okay. Well, roll for the advantage. See if you get the nat 20.
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
I'll take the 18.
With a 22, you 100% know what these are. You are 100% correct. The Mysteria pollen that you brought in is definitely an ingredient in one of these. And you actually know what all 3 of them do. So the red liquid, normally it would be bubbling, but it's warm to the touch and to the tongue and has a bit of a sour smell to it. As a drug, it initially pretty good as a start. It grants you a +1 bonus to any either dexterity or strength saving throws. The green one stinks. It's very sulfuric. And that one gives a +1 to any of the 3 mental saving throws: wisdom, charisma, or intelligence. The blue one has a sweet smell to it, and it's a very quick and dirty resistance to damage thing. It gives you like your skin a shimmer for a very short period of time. But they're also all highly addictive. Ooh. And the more withdrawals you go through, or the more you consume them, the more addicted you become, and eventually, you all know how that cycle goes.
Yeah.
So they're performance enhancing drugs,
basically.
Oh dear.
Kite, make an insight check for me, please. When he says PEDs.
How am I rolling like such crap on all my checks?
I have no idea. Maybe you should hijack Nora's computer. Well, you did roll the 100 and get the magic item.
That wasn't a check. That was a loot.
Yeah. Well, with the 10, it sort of like you're not entirely sure, but if he says PEDs, you're like, based on what the prince says, with the nobility buying warriors and the PEDs, you're pretty certain this could be a scheme to try and guarantee winning fighter or two.
This is a deep rabbit hole.
There was a cat over there a minute ago, I swear.
What? Where?
Over by the tree. It's gone now. I don't know. I saw it just a second ago.
So, just out of curiosity, what was the rank of the person who was trying to manipulate it that Beatrix and the princess said about?
Manipulate what again specifically?
Like the one that was trying to manipulate the
they're more like
no. The one that's specifically looking to marry the princess is sort of a power
Duke Ashton Greyport.
The Duke. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but yeah. So he doesn't say anything out loud, but Kite definitely senses this says Duke, like, smell all over it.
Meanwhile, Chloe just thinks that these guys are probably using it for their own benefits. Like if they're enhancing their performance, like these kidnappers.
I don't know if Nora's still there or not, but actually the real reason that Kite called him over, though, is Kite is wondering if there's an antidote for the poisoning that Cicada is dealing with.
That medicine check and having access to the 3 vials, you can absolutely whip up a quick and dirty one-time thing for Cicada. Not necessarily an antidote for the effects, but an antidote basically to stop the addiction.
So I can slow it down. I can make it better. I can't cure it.
Well,
That's certainly better than nothing.
I mean, if he doesn't feel like almost death, that would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll just those the sapphires that they had. Can I have those?
You're already getting paid.
Oh, that's right. Can I have them
And
still?
and with us, you're not going to take anything. We will split it evenly.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a polite rogue. He asked first.
Right.
He
But
only
they-
asked
no.
because he's afraid of my glaive ending up in the back of his head.
He's not wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Princess
That's
looks, well,
good.
I mean, that's a pretty good motivator. Speaking of motivations, I'm assuming that my sister asked you to help her out, but I'm going to formally ask all of you to help us out. As sort of agents who can move throughout the queendom without the shackles of political eyes.
Agents.
I'm legitimized? Sure.
That sounds
No, you're not
fascinating.
legit. If you're ever caught, we'll disavow all knowledge of you, especially you.
But,
Wait. Before we agree to any of this, what will be the requirements of this agreement?
Help us. By us, I mean me and my sister, and whoever else we can get as allies from the political side of things. Help us slowly start to pull apart the political threads so we can make Legaria a better place.
We'll discuss this more when we get back. But
Do you want
let's know right now that my primary allegiance is still going to be your sister.
Are you wanting us to cause a revolution?
Is it a revolution if you're fighting for the people who already run the queendom?
well, I mean, a revolution is a 360-degree rotation, so yeah.
The prince whips out his 3-part staff and gives you on the back of the head with one of the staff parts.
Hey, why is there blood on my coat?
Oh, that.
At least his isn't sharp.
And not that type of revolution. Keep it up, and I won't legitimize you at all. I'll just be these two. And the shadow of that bird up in the tree.
What? I'm concerned what that means.
He was basically saying he'd rather take the shadow of a bird than have to deal with puffins.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. Well, no, Kite is right, though. We can discuss this on the way back and make our decision then.
Yeah. What are we going to do with these two?
Well, we should turn them into the authorities, right?
Kite
Kite?
He
Kite-
is the.
looks around for a wheelbarrow.
Are the authorities really the best option for this?
Who else is there?
Considering who runs the authorities in this town, and if my suspicion is right, we don't want to do that.
We could just tie him to a stake and light him on fire.
We
Why
don't
would
want to
you
do
murder
that
them?
anyway.
They don't need to be. No, like they don't need to be like. I mean that one and. I mean that one. He was mean, and those two were for hire. But I don't know what was up with the kid.
I almost feel a bit bad about him.
I mean, he was just every time they, he was doing a lot of reading for some reason. I don't know why.
Wait, what? Reading what?
I don't know. It was a book somewhere. I don't know.
Well, this is very important.
Do I look like someone who cares about reading?
Alwyn, are there any catacombs that the Duke is not aware of?
That would be an insight check for him. Ooh.
Wowzers.
I was supposed to GM roll that, so you didn't know what he got, but you know what he got.
Can't unsee that.
He thinks for a minute. Catacombs, no. But from what I understand about Eagle's Guard, this used to be a military fortress, hence the walls and the battlements and all that. There was an escape route through the sewers, which rumor has it that has been sealed off for years, but there are ways to still get into it.
These three, I don't believe, are the ones that were the worrisome ones. The kid's young. One of the other two that we woke up was a stumbling buffoon. So I think the real one that we had to worry about was the one we eliminated. I don't want to treat them like animals. We do have to imprison them because, God forbid, they get back to someone and tell them who did this. But I think we should at least keep them alive and keep them sustained.
Well, the best way to do that actually would be to, as you know, the major cities in Legaria are on the Ariri River. That's how we got here, was by boat. The boat we came on is large and, just in case, does have a couple of cells on it we could use. And since it's the Lagaris family boat, it's not controlled by Greyford.
So we have to haul these clowns to the boat.
You want to imprison them on your ship?
It's actually not a bad idea.
Huh.
Now tell me more about the ship.
No.
You're going to go nowhere near it unless I'm with you.
But yeah, it's not a bad idea to put them in there. That way they don't have a chance really of getting back out into the wild, and that way also they wouldn't be able to inform anybody who would possibly cause a problem with what we're trying to do here with unraveling this whole thing.
Not only that, but someone that I'm truly worried about would be none the wiser.
Someone that you're truly worried about?
At this point, Alwyn just looks right at you with this look of, oh, please tell me what you're saying isn't true.
Kite looks at Chloe. I have a sinking suspicion, and it's only a suspicion, but I have a sinking suspicion that the Duke is behind this.
The prince is nodding his head in agreement.
I see.
So, I think the easiest way to do this is, we could try and drag them ourselves, or we could send you, and he looks at Chloe, back to the city proper with that, and points to Paphos, and bring back Cicada, and he can get them to the boat properly. And I guess that means you get to escort me back to where I need to go.
That means we'd be leaving them alone for a while, or would you two stay here to guard them?
We would stay here.
Oh, good. That makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. Poppins, are you okay with it? Oh, sorry.
I mean,
I'm not okay with being called a thing.
as long as Al here is good with his knots, I'm not sure they'll go anywhere anyway. But yeah, we'll stand guard.
It's not Al. It's Puffins.
We know, Poppins. It's okay.
Puffin stuff?
No, I think they're saying puppet.
I'm just making up the last syllable.
Who names their kid Puppet?
I mean, I've been called Ponzi before. I didn't understand it.
That's weirdly fitting.
It actually is.
We could call him Pariah.
Well, we could.
That's also fitting.
Mm-hmm. How about pain in the ass?
Hey, I get that one.
I understand those words.
I mean, he's dumb as a brick.
Wrong
Like
show, but yeah,
As a rock, he is literally a rock.
true.
So,
Before we go anywhere, though, Chloe is going to, Chris was talking about the boy looking at the, reading over something. She's going to look to see if this young wizard might have had, any sort of spell book or books.
okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you can find it.
Oh, sadness. I gotta get better wisdom. Okay.
Oh, you absolutely find it. So I will give you a list of the spells that are in this spell book. You'll have to do the copying into them with your downtime, but the spell book only contains 6 spells.
Interesting.
Like I said, baby wizard.
Got it.
It contains the following 6 spells.
Oh, heavens.
Firebolt, Mending, Prestidigitation,
Classic wizard, yeah.
Burning Hands, Disguise Self, and Shield.
Interesting. So I can potentially learn something from these books, from this book later on. It's very handy.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is I made this encounter before you decided you were playing a wizard, so the spellbook was just sitting there.
How handy.
So if people want to have one-on-one scenes as they're going to get Cicada or what they can, otherwise we will fast forward to Cicada showing back up and getting these people out of there.
Kites is just going to be... Although he didn't use it, it's something he constantly does in his downtime. So Kite is just going to have small talk with Alwyn while taking a whetstone to his glaive.
Actually, Alan's going to look and goes, can I ask a question?
Well, you just did, but I'm sure you have another one.
Yeah. Most people at the castle and training try to tend to take it easy on me because of who I am. Can we have an actual sparring session where I know people aren't taking it easy?
Not right now. I don't have a blunt weapon.
Fair. And as you're doing your sharpening, he's basically gone and found the tree with a bunch of branches, and he's doing like the karate thing you see with the eskrima sticks. They're going at the blocking dummy with all the arms on it. He's doing that with the 3-part staff on a tree.
So, as we're walking to get to Sakata, Chloe did have a couple of questions for our good friend Ponzi.
Yes.
I was a bit curious. You're a gnome, right?
Yes, I would know. The pointy ears don't give it away.
Well, not that. The skin throws me off just a little bit.
I mean, it's a little rocky and cold.
So, are you part of a tribe that's here, or did you come on your own?
I'm part of the merchant guild. It's just we're here, and there, and everywhere.
So you're part of the guild itself.
Yeah. Well, sort of. They don't like me that much
Oh, why not?
because I make more money than all of them.
He says they don't like him because he has an ego. What? Sorry? Oh.
Chloe, make an insight check for me. What was your deception check, Ponzi?
Oops. My deception. That is a 12.
It sounds possible, but at the same time, that can't be right. You can't prove it, but you have a feeling, but he could be telling the truth?
My gut instinct, anyway.
Yeah.
But why is money so important to you anyway, though, Ponzi? You keep mentioning it, like finding profit, making all these sales. I know you're a merchant, but is it the status?
I'm in it for the money. I like the money. I like the shiny. I like the bling bling.
I see.
Those sapphires were beautiful. They made beautiful
They
necklaces.
They really would, yes. Although I do unfortunately need the money in order to keep pushing my craft. I would,
Need money, you say? Well, we can make some money. I got a great gimmick now.
I don't like the word gimmick. This sounds very bad.
I have sleeping potions that don't actually put you to sleep.
Why would you sell them?
Right along with I've got another one. I've got energy drinks that don't give you energy.
But when they don't work, people will come find you.
But I'm gone. That's the beauty.
It sounds like stealing,
I provided a service.
but it's a fake service.
It's licensed. I get the food and beverage commission here.
Auntie, if we potentially are working for the prince and the princess, then doing these kind of schemes probably is not going to reflect well on them. Also, working for them will probably make you more money than selling these little potions for, 10 silver maybe?
Go for $2 a pop.
I think working with royalty will prove to be a little more beneficial than peddling your small potions. And at the very least, if we have to go back somewhere, it would be a trouble if you sold something to somebody that finds out you're lying to them. So I can't force you to do anything, but I might advise you to be a little more honest with your work. A little bit. Just a little.
You make a good point. I'll put it under consideration.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
Oh, so I got one Jello shot left. You want it?
After that fight, certainly.
So Bonzi pulls out the last Jello shot and hands it over.
And Chloe just kind of downs it.
What you haven't realized is the 4 other ones Ponzi had already downed.
We'll be good drinking buddies, I'm sure. Yep. That was the only question I had, though, for Ponzi. Alrighty.
you guys go and with the medicine check, you administer an anti-addictive antidote to Cicada, who then follows you back to the grove where what are Kite and the Prince doing by the time they all get back?
Oh, Kite is still just
sharpening away?
Yep.
So, I mean, a little small talk, so the Prince is going to look. So, you said you weren't from here. What made you come here to begin with, then?
Reasons. The turmoil that faces your lands doesn't only affect your lands.
It's reached well beyond the borders at this point.
We hear murmurs.
The sad part is you look and your friend there, Mary Poppins or whatever his name was.
Friend's putting it a little far, but yes.
He reminds me of half the reason the politics gets played here. That's all everybody wants, but he seems different about it. Like, he seems very upfront and blunt about that, whereas most of the nobility in Legaria is all pretending to be altruistic when in reality they're just sitting there with a smile on their face and a knife behind their back.
I mean, that doesn't shock me at all.
No, but I didn't think it had gotten as far as it did. And there's more than just, I want to stop whoever the idiot is from having to marry my sister from having to marry them. I don't want this to reach you guys. And I don't know if it's possible, but I want to make amends with anybody who has been wronged, specifically if the rumors of them are true of the animal tribes, the Lagoos.
Well, I don't know about them, but I can tell you that I am heavily invested in this. And Prince should probably give me an insight check.
Okay, I can do that. I'll just do this one out in the open. Not very good.
So he's not going to know exactly everything that entails, but he'll get a little piece of it. And the piece that he gets is basically that that Kite had to give something up in relation to his tribe in order to do this.
Yeah. It pains me that the bullshit that's happening here is reaching to people far beyond our borders, and that shouldn't happen. And I hope that we can gather up enough people who are tired of it and we can put a stop to it.
Well, I'm here to protect my tribe. That's the reason I came, and that is what I'm going to do. It will not invade their land.
I certainly hope it never comes to that.
And at this point, Kite sort of sees the two strolling back.
Yeah, the three, because there's Cicada as well.
With Cicada.
Who just towers over both of them. Just an absolute mountain of a man.
You got some splaining to do, by the way.
You think this is the first time I run off on him?
No, I absolutely do not believe that at all.
Okay. We're going to get back. He's going to yell at me, and I'm going to say I'm not going to do it again, and we're both going to know I am.
How about this time you don't? And before the prince can say anything more, do you want my help or not?
Yes.
Then you do us a favor and you protect yourself.
How about this? You be the eyes and ears in the queendom, and I'll make sure my sister stays safe.
You need to be here to do that.
He nods. And then you guys explain the whole... I'm assuming that Chloe and Poffis explained the whole thing to Sakata as you were on the way.
Totally.
Yes.
Who's the Duke anyway? Like, what's he doing?
Yeah. So he just looks, walks in, looks at the prince. How many times have we had this conversation? And Prince just looks, I know. And don't tell me you won't do it again, because by this point, I know it's just not going to happen. Like, I know, just stop lying.
So Kite gets up and starts walking past Sakata. He won't do it again.
He clocks you, looks, nods. All right, I'll get these two idiots where they need to go. Can I trust you 3, 2.5 to get him back to...
Hey!
Hey, at least he knows it's an insult to him now.
To get the prince back?
We'll do our best.
We'll get back.
Thank you. So, like I said, Sakata's just an absolutely massive dude. So he just goes up, grabs one by the scruff of the shirt, grabs the other, like throws him up, sack of potatoes over one arm, grabs the other one, throws him up, sack of potatoes over the other, and just starts marching.
How much poison does it take to put a man like that down?
A lot.
Jeez.
Carry the 2. This much.
You have the exact measurement ready.
1.21 gigawatts. So after that, it's just the 4 of you left in this grove. What do you do?
Oh. I mean, the only thing we can do... Oh, we already looted the place. Nuts.
Yes, you did. You got way too much stuff.
But I have no other reason to stay around here. We could probably start heading back into town. Right?
So as you guys start making your way back into town, twilight is just starting to fall as you make your way back. And as you get you're past the bash, you get sort of to the Noble District, the outskirts of the where the arena is. It's not the page I wanted. That's the page I wanted. You hear trumpet blasts declaring the opening ceremonies of the tournament are about to begin. And as you hear this and you start making your way towards the arena, that's a good place to end the session. So, on behalf of the Bay City Chronicles crew here tonight, that'd be Chameleon Ice, Crimson Avix, our new Stream Monkey behind the scenes, who did a fantastic job. Say, good job, Stream Monkey.
Good job, Stream Monkey.
Good job.
And Mr. Technical Difficulties himself, Norestra. I am TG, reminding everybody to, of course, as always, keep hailing. Bye.